Have you ever had something really important to do, but instead of doing it, you find yourself scrolling on your phone, watching videos, or literally anything else? You know you should start doing it, but for some reason you just don't. And for a long time, I thought procrastination just meant I was lazy. But after I learned more and started paying attention to my own habits, I just realized that's not the case. Most people procrastinate not because they're lazy, but because they're uncomfortable with starting. And in this video, I want to share some things that help me stop procrastinating and actually get things done. First, what procrastination really is. A lot of people think that procrastination is an issue with time management, but it's actually an emotional problem. Maybe the task feels overwhelming, or you're afraid to fail, or you're afraid that it won't be perfect, or it's just boring. And instead of facing that discomfort, your brain looks for something more enjoyable and easy. That's why you can scroll on your phone for 3 hours and think nothing about it, but struggle to put 10 minutes into something important. Your brain is choosing comfort for progress. And the good news is, once you understand this, you can start working with your brain instead of against it. Stop waiting for motivation. This is one of the biggest lessons I've learned. Most people wait for motivation before they start. They tell themselves, oh, I'll do it when I'm motivated. I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it when I'm in the right mood. And the problem is that motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll have it, and some days you won't. If you only work when you're motivated, you'll spend most of your life waiting. And what I've learned is that action creates motivation, not the other way around. Once you get started moving, it's way easier to keep moving. The hardest part is just getting started. One reason we procrastinate is because we make tasks feel way bigger than they actually are. Instead of saying, I need to write this entire essay right now, start with saying, oh, I can write a few sentences. Instead of saying, I need to clean my entire house today, you can start with, okay, I'll clean my room first. Big goals feel intimidating. Small goals feel manageable. And once you get started, you'll find yourself doing more than when you actually planned for. Follow the 2-minute rule. One thing that's helped me is something called the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes to do it immediately. Wash that dirty dish, reply to that email, make that phone call, fold the laundry. Small tasks have a way of piling up and making mental clutter. And taking care of them right away keeps them from becoming a bigger problem later on. Remove distractions. Let's be honest, our phones are one of the biggest reasons we procrastinate. Every text, every social media app, every email, they're all competing for our attention. If you really want to focus and make it easier on yourself, put your phone in another room. Turn off the notifications, close unnecessary apps. Create an environment where it's easier to work than it is to be distracted, because willpower isn't always enough. Build momentum. Momentum is powerful. Once you start accomplishing small tasks, you feel confident, you feel capable, you feel productive, and that makes it easier to tackle bigger tasks. The opposite is also true. Once you procrastinate, the tasks just feel heavier and heavier. So when possible, focus on creating momentum, even if it's just one thing. One small win can change the direction of your entire day. And finally, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, is that procrastination isn't something you just eliminate. Everyone procrastinates sometimes. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is taking action when you don't feel like it. Because the people who are always achieving their goals aren't always motivated. They're just the people who are always willing to take action anyways. Even when it's uncomfortable, or they feel tired, or they just don't feel ready. So that's what I've learned about procrastination. And I'm still working on myself. And honestly, I probably always will be. But these strategies have made a huge difference in me actually getting things done. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments what's something that you've been putting off that you know you should start. And if you're interested in self-improvement, discipline, and just bettering yourself as a person, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.